Hello everyone and welcome to the Theimpactplay, impacting more than just gaming. I'm your host and team lead Muhammad Adam is known as It's Yagu, and we are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and music. Plus, we're also amplifying voices from those respective fields and having just a result here on Theimpactplay. You can catch us live over at twitch.tv/theimpactplay or even on youtube.com/theimpactplay. We are simultaneously streaming to both platforms. But nonetheless, folks, however you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Support keeps the lights running and keeps the content coming. You can support us over at england.fm/impactplay, where tier 2 supporters and above have access to exclusive content, including the post show, getting the show ad free, and so much more. Or you can even support us by using our Epic credit code, Impactplay. We are Epic partners. Every purchase you make with an Epic store, whether it be Rec League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and more, no matter where you play or how you play. Even if you claim a free-to-play title on the Epic Game Store when you use our credit code, it definitely go a long way. And this is just one of the many ways to go out and support us here on the show. I know our show costs to you, and we get a little bit of a kickback. But nonetheless, this episode of the Impact Play is sponsored by Audible. However, me and the team will tell you about that later. This is episode 252, and on the agenda we have a classic controller is making a comeback, sort of. Our nominations for the Game Awards is a Bayonetta 4 in development. Rainbow Six Siege is finally getting crossplay. Netflix is working on a AAA title. A Tesla recall on both sides of the globe. Twitter's upcoming changes. We lost one of the OG Power Rangers. Marvel's Blade has a new director. The Russo brothers are working on a new project for Amazon. Euphoria is getting a German adaptation. The winners of the international Emmys. Cristiano Ronaldo has left Man U. Bleed Esports are your Sky Sports SEA champions. The American Music Awards have come and gone. New up and coming music by J-Lo, Machine Gun Kelly, Miley Cyrus, and so much more. Plus the top stories of the week, folks. So welcome to my very first segment of the show, where we discuss what I've been playing, what I'm enjoying, essentially what we have been up to. Alrighty, folks, so it's time to talk about what we have been playing and, well, essentially what we have been up to. But nonetheless, I guess only thing that's been occupying my time as of late for the past couple of days is Pokemon, the new Gen 9 of the Pokemon series. So, and I am playing Pokemon Scarlet, which is my preferred title. And I started with which starter? The Croc. I forgot his name. But I am close to finishing the game. Uh, just, there's essentially three routes you could take, but it's preferred that you take them all together. I'll explain why once I'm done. I'm done and I'm done. I'm over and done with the game, and I guess I'll discuss that more for our review cast for Pokemon Scarlet. But nonetheless, I guess be on the lookout for that review cast coming your way, and also I have maybe like 3 episodes before I'm done with Power Rangers, then the newest season, or should I say the updated season of Dino Fury, and what else? I'm going to watch Wednesday as well for another review cast. It's been looking for so much content coming your way, folks. So I guess that's about it. I guess we'll get into the regular news, and we're gonna start with your housekeeping. But before we do, you can sign up for your free 30-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. Maybe Amazon Prime get access to 2 credits, and it's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Once again, that URL is audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Thank you to Audible for sponsoring this episode of the Impact Play. Alrighty, folks. So the first one, as always, is Extra Life. So we're doing a fundraiser for our local children's hospital here in Atlanta, Children's Hospital of Atlanta. Of course, made possible by Extra Life, which is a program of the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. And we are, of course, doing a fundraiser for them because it's our local children's hospital. And you can make a difference in a child's life as little as $1. So, actually, it's been an amazing program, and they've been around for a while, and they've been supporting not just Children's Hospital of Atlanta, but children's hospitals around the U.S. So nationwide, they're working with a lot of hospitals. But nonetheless, you could simply type the exclamation donate if you guys are on Twitch. For everyone else, even if you're on or offline, you can donate as well to make a difference. And you could either make it anonymous or you could just put your preferred name or whatever name you want to use for your donation. And we will read them live here on the show as well when we go live if you do it offline. But once again, you can do it on our about pages on either YouTube and Twitch as well. But nonetheless, with that out of the way, I was at DreamHack last weekend, and in our coverage for the event is now live on our YouTube channel as well as podcast services around the globe. So that is, I believe, episode 249. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, episode 249. So I'll be sure to take a look at that, listen to it, or the preferred thing is to give it a watch either on youtube.com/Theimpactplay or even on Spotify as well. So Spotify recently introduced a video feed for podcasts, so you can enjoy that on Spotify as well if you prefer that platform. And just let us know your thoughts as well if you're on Spotify, because Spotify is the only platform that we could do like a question, and just let us know your feedback on that event, on our coverage. Alrighty, and we also have we've been uploading We have review cast for Andor episode 11, as well as the season finale, episode 12. So be sure to check that out as well. What else do we have? And then we also have been uploading trailers for upcoming titles, for launch titles, for TV shows, movies, what have you. Like literally everything that you would want, we have it on our YouTube channel. So YouTube.com/Theimpactplay. So be sure you subscribe to our channel and just enjoy that content that is there for you. And no additional cost. Alright, let's see what else we got. And we also have been uploading I guess bite-sized clips on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or even on Instagram Reels as well. So you can follow us on those platforms to enjoy that content. Let's see, what else do we have for housekeeping? All right, I think that's all we have for you. Yeah, that's literally all we have. All right, I guess we'll get into the news side of things, folks, and we're gonna start with gaming. Alrighty, folks. So we forgot to talk about this, discuss this last week, but the Game Award nominations are now in, and you could start voting now on the GameAwards.com website. And also, the Game Awards will stream live on Thursday, December 8th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're gonna try our best to co-stream that as well. But nonetheless, we have our nominees. So So literally, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West are the ones that received the most nods. So we're gonna get into this. So Game of the Year, the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And of course, we as a team, we chose Elden Ring. So, best game direction: Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. And it went to Elden Ring. Best narrative: we have A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. And we went with A Plague Tale Requiem. Best art direction: the nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. And we went with Elden Ring. Best score and music: the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal, Hellslinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And we went with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Best audio design: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. And we went with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Best performance: the nominees are Ashley Birch of Horizon Forbidden West. I don't want to botch these names, but Carlette McBurney of A Plague Tale Requiem, Christopher Judge of God of War Ragnarok, Renan Gage of Immortality, and Sunny Sulzik of God of War Ragnarok, and we went with Ashley Birch of Horizon Forbidden West. Games for Impact. The nominees are A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Ending, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, I Wave, A Teenage Exocolonist. We went with As Dusk Falls. So we have Best Ongoing Game. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy, I want to say, 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. We went with Apex Legends. Best Indie. The nominees are Call of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. And we went with Sifu. Best Mobile Title. Apex Legends Mobile, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy. And we went with Apex Legends Mobile. Best Community Sport. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. And we went with Destiny 2. Innovation and Accessibility. The nominees are As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Part 1, The Quarry, and Return to Monkey Island. And we went with God of War Ragnarok. Best VR and AR. We have After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. And we went with Red Matter 2. Best Action Game. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. And we went with Sifu. Best Action and Adventure. The nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Stray, and Tunic. And we went with Horizon Forbidden West. Best RPG. The nominees are Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And we went with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Best Fighting Title. The nominees are DNF Duel, JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, All-Star Battle R, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu. We went with King of Fighters 15. Best Simulation and Strategy. The enemies are Dune Spice Wars, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total Wars Warhammer 3, or Victoria 3. And we went with Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Best Family Title. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Nintendo Switch Sports, or Splatoon 3. And we went with Splatoon 3. We have Best Sports and Racing Title. We have F1 2022, FIFA 2023, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ali Ali World. And we went with Gran Turismo 7. Best Multiplayer Title. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And we went with Splatoon 3. Content Creator of the Year. We skipped that one because it doesn't apply. That's the only one that we skipped. Best Debut Indie. Neon White, Narco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors. And we went with Tunic. Best Adaptation. We have Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted. And we went with Arcane, League of Legends. Most Anticipated. Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And we have Final Fantasy 16. Best Esports Title. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. It's nice to see that we have Rocket League this year, but I feel like League of Legends is going to take it once again. And Best Esports Athlete, we have Dark Zero from Esports for Apex Legends, FaZe Clan for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We have Generation G Gaming, League of Legends, and LA Thieves, Call of Duty, and Loud for Valorant. And then we want Generation G of League of Legends. And we have Best Esports Coach. We have Andrew Blade, Harder, I don't want to botch these names. Mathers, K.A. Terrascani, Eric Dumbros, Daniel Strom, and goal scorer Dun Bin. And even with the last one, goal scorer Dunbig. Best esports event. The nominees are EVO 2022, 2022 League of Legends World Championship, PGL Major Antwerp 2022, the 2022 Mid-Season Invitational, and Valorant Champions 2022. And we with the 2022 League of Legends World Championship. And that's all we have for you, folks. Sorry, it took a minute, but there was a lot of nominees. All right. And voting is still open now, so you have an opportunity to cast your vote. Wow, that took a lot out of me. Alrighty. So I guess we're gonna move on to the next topic. We have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is still getting new updates, and CD Projekt Red has detailed what to expect when the next major update arrives on December 14th. This is coming from GameSpot. One of the big new features being added on PC is the photo mode, which will let players take photos and share them, and there'll also be a photo mode contest to come later on. Additionally, there's another. And The Witcher 3 is also getting ray tracing and ambient occlusion on PC, those ultra settings on PC for the current generation consoles, not next gen because it's not next gen anymore. Performance and quality modes, so you could choose either or. And even on the PS5, it'll also get haptic feedback on the DualSense controller and even adaptive triggers as well. All right, moving next, we have an article coming from Eurogamer that Ubisoft is re-releasing their titles on Steam. They're making a return. So we have Valhalla's coming to Steam December 6th, as well as City Anno 1800 and Roller Champions as well are set for the platform as well. All right, moving on. We have Rainbow Six Siege is getting cross-play and even cross-progression is arriving next month, coming from Eurogamer as well. For December 6th, as part of their Year 7 final season, Operation Solar Raid. So even though crossplay and cross-progression have been available, they have not been fully optimized. So it's only now between PC, Stadia, and Luna. But now it's going to incorporate consoles as well. And this feature releases in December. And we have an update for you regarding The Division Heartland, Ubisoft's upcoming free-to-play title. Has been rated for release in America, which suggests that it could be released soon, or even a release date could be announced very soon. We have Splinter Cell is getting a radio adaptation coming from The Verge. Coming over from BBC, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Firewall, which is an adaptation of the Splinter Cell novel of the same name released earlier this year, and it will star Will Poulter. It'll be available worldwide in the BBC's radio and podcast app, BBC Sounds, from Friday, December 2nd. The show will also broadcast weekly on the BBC Radio 4 in the UK, starting December 2nd at 2:15 p.m., I'm assuming local time. And we have, Netflix is making a AAA title at its LA studio. This was coming over from mobilegamer.biz. And it's coming over from a recent hiring that they're hiring a game director to work at a brand new AAA PC game at a new LA studio led by former Overwatch boss Chaco Sony. The tech giant is seeking talent with quote unquote experience with FPS and or third person shooter games, and extensive experience working on live service games. So we have to wait and see what comes about this. And it looks like we're getting a Bayonetta 4 that has been teased. Coming over from Eurogamer as well in an interview. Uh, and from, what's his name? Hideki Kamiya. So, quote unquote, I didn't think it was unexpected at all, but it seems the ending of Bayonetta 3 wasn't conveyed correctly to everyone, so I think Bayonetta 4 will be an unexpected development for everyone. He said via Twitter, after all, when Bayonetta 4 comes out, I'm sure there will be people who say you added that as an afterthought, so I'll say it now. So it's literally only the first teasers that we got in regards to Bayonetta 4. But of course, not surprising though. Alright, so we have a little bit of update for you coming about Microsoft acquiring Activision, coming over from The Verge. Apparently, it looks like that FTC could challenge it by December. Please keep in mind that it's just a rumor. The FTC is preparing a potential legal challenge to Microsoft's plan to purchase Activision for about $69 million, and they could file the lawsuit by next month, according to Politico. The outlet sources say both CEOs Satya Nadella and Moby Kotick have already been deposed, and yet the FCC remains skeptical. The report notes that there are still a few steps to go before the regulator is ready to act, including a vote from its commissioners. Excuse me. If it does not end up happening, it'll mean the deal would face antitrust challenges in the US, UK, and the EU. This is despite Microsoft's repeated attempts to assure regulators that its purchase of Activision wouldn't hurt competition in the gaming space. Activision has promised to fight the FTC suit if it comes to that. And yeah, you have to wait and see. That's a little bit of an update for you of what might happen, by the way. And lastly, we have I guess I gotta show you this. A I guess kind of virtual controller making some sort of comeback. Let's see, how do I do this? Display, I guess that works. All right. So we have the Xbox 360 controller is making a return. Hybrid skin coming over from Hybrid Skin. It's called the Xenon. Oh, it's apparently a wired controller. I don't know if it's wireless. And it's called the Xenon controller. And it's apparently gonna be at $70 retail. It's gonna be apparently in black, white, pink, and red. And hopefully we'll be able. We'll see if we could get one for review. We'll reach out. Alrighty. We will definitely reach out. And I guess we're done with gaming, folks, and I'm move on to tech. Alrighty, folks. So the first one up is the Tesla recalls, and the first Tesla recall is apparently on the U.S. side, and it's recalling about over 300,000 vehicles over a rear light issue coming over from Reuters. Because taillights may eternally fail to illuminate, the company said in a filing made public Saturday. The news follows the company's recall on Friday of nearly 30,000 Model X cars in the United States over an issue that may cause the front passenger airbag to deploy incorrectly, which set its shares down almost 3%. We don't care about that. And Tesla said it would deploy an OTA update to correct the rear light issue. Instead, it has no report of any crashes or injuries related to the recall. All right. And the next recall is over on the Western Front for the folks over in China. As Tesla has recalled over 80,000 vehicles due to a software and seatbelt issue coming over from Engadget. Tesla is having a particularly the battery management glitches affecting Model S and Model X vehicles could lead to unexpected stops, according to the country's state administration for market regulation, while Model 3 sedans have seatbelt issues. So apparently Tesla is fixing the batteries with an OTA update, and literally, and this is the third recall this week. Of course, the first two were in the US, but yeah. Alrighty. And apparently, I guess now we're going to move on to Twitter. It's coming off from Yahoo Finance, to be more precise. So Twitter is planning to roll out its verified service next Friday with different colored checks for individuals, companies, and governments. After a quote-unquote botched initial launch led to a surge in users impersonating celebrities and brands on the platform. Elon Musk stated that allotted colors for the categories include gold for companies, gray for governments, and a blue check for individuals, including celebrities. And the revamped $8 a month service will allow individuals to have a smaller secondary logo of their organizations if verified by them. That he said in another tweet on Friday. Longer explanation will come next week. And apparently, they delayed the relaunch to make it apparently quote unquote foolproof. So we'll see how this relaunch actually works. If it actually works. And next we have the FCC is apparently cracking down on ringless voiceless spam coming from Engadget. The FCC has determined that these silent voicemails are covered by the same Telecommunication Consumer Protection Act, rules that forbid robocalls without consent. Companies need your permission to leave these junk messages as they're still considered calls. The FCC states that the ruling takes effect has been taken into effect. The finding comes 5 years after marketers first asked for exemptions to the regulations surrounding ringless voicemails. The FCC says that the request from All About the Message and two other petitioners reportedly drew overwhelming negative feedback from public commenters. The commission added it receives dozens of complaints about these voicemails each year. So there's no guarantee that the voicemails will stop, but scammers may find alternative avenues to deliver these messages. And the FCC can only do so much. And apparently they're getting in text messages as well, which I've been receiving quite a few amount of. And lastly, we have another photo coming over from the Western Hemisphere in China. Outside of China, I should say, but in Europe. So the Iron Magic VS is a new photo smartphone from the former Huawei sub-brand that's actually planned for release outside of China. It uses a similar design to Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold devices, pairing a larger Z.9 internal folding display with a smaller 6.45-inch cover display for use while the device is folded shut. It'll be the very first foldable flagship to debut in overseas markets, and they are confident they will deliver huge advancements, transforming how people all around the world use their smartphones. I guess I'll keep show you this article coming over from The Verge, by the way. Oh, why the heck did they open up? Yeah, that was weird. Okay, okay. Unfolded, folded. Actually, folded, unfolded, folded, unfolded. And these are even better images, but I can't zoom in for some reason. So it kind of looks like a smaller Galaxy Z Fold. But yeah. All right. Thank you, The Verge, for that article. All right, folks, we're done with tech, and now move on to entertainment. And the first one up is a little bit of some side news. So we lost one of the OG Power Rangers, Jason David Frank, otherwise known as is on screen Tommy Oliver, otherwise known as the White Ranger, or mostly known as the White Ranger. But he passed away recently, not too long ago, and it was by suicide. And the rumors are, which is nothing official, that apparently he had some form of it was all personal. But nonetheless, like even when you know somebody, please reach out to them. Reach out to them, see how they're doing mentally, not just physically, but mentally. Like really ask them, and or even just not even ask them, just talk or have them listen, or just you listen without even saying anything. But yeah, definitely reach out to your loved ones or your friends or what have you, and just be there for one another, because you never know. But he was such an inspiration. And yeah, literally, even myself, I watched Power Rangers back in the days as well. I grew up with it. May he rest in peace. And nextly, we have Marvel's Blade. They found a new director, coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And Homer Yan Demange. Anyone to watch that? So I don't know what's going on with this. If this is since they lost the original director back in September, so I don't know what's going on with Blade. To be honest, I may be a little like uneasy, but we'll see what happens. But nextly we have season 2 of Vikings Valhalla has been greenlit. It's coming from Netflix directly, and it'll debut next year, January 12th, 2023. It'll follow the tragic fall of Kattegat, that has shattered their dreams and altered their destinies, finding themselves suddenly fugitives in Scandinavia, which they are forced to test their ambitions and courage in worlds beyond their familiar forts. And quote unquote the whole concept of season 2 is that we take these three heroes who are in Scandinavia and blow them out of their comfort zones. Coming from creator Jeb Stewart. So it's essentially a road trip. What he dubbed it as. And this came from Netflix directly, so there's no spoilers or what have you. We have an exclusive coming over from Variety. That an 8-episode limited series about the FTX scandal from Joe and Anthony Russo's production company, AGBO, has been set up at Amazon. Variety has learned exclusively. David Well is set to write the pilot and executive produce, while an individual with the launch of the project says that the Russos are in talks to direct in addition to executive produce. Other executive producers include Mike LaRocca, Angela Russo, Otzot, and Scott Neems for AGBO, as well as Natalia Lane Williams. Amazon is hoping to put the show into production in spring of 2023. So have to wait and see. And we have some sort of some international news for you folks. As the organizers of the 30th edition of the Singapore International Film Festival are naturally keen to prove that the event is nearly as possible back to normal after 2 years of COVID turbulence. Thong Gay Wee, in his first full year as program director, has also been keen to put his mark on the lineup. So apparently, it looks like they're making a comeback, and this year's lineup stretches to over 100 films, features, and shorts alike from 50 countries to play over 11 days. And local Singapore-made films accounts for about a quarter of those. And the thematic structure now ranges titles across 6 different categories, include altitude, foreground, horizon, undercurrent, standpoint, and domain. And thank you to Variety for that exclusive article. So we have another one coming from, literally most of these coming from Variety. That Black Panther has ruled the box office for a 4 point. No, that's Disney. Hold on, let me see. The sequel picked up $10 million on Wednesday, and the Marvel and Disney release is set on a pace to earn roughly $63 million over the 5-day period. And Disney's Strange World grossed at about $4 million on Wednesday, and over the 5-day haul of under $20 million, about $20 million. And the budget was about $200 million. All right, next we have another exclusive from Variety. Gulab, a film by Joy Nag, now playing in the viewing room section of NFDC's Film Bazaar Market in Goa, is the first product of a slate of upcoming feature film productions from and the Mall Shine India. The company, part of the giant Bengay conglomerate, is best known as a global power in the TV production and distribution sector, but it's also close to finishing several film productions by South Asian directors. These include a slice of life social drama, an aging and relevance directed by Galandra Ahire, a social comedy by Nicholas Carconjo, a romantic comedy by Simi Desai, and a paranormal drama by Samrat Chakraborty. With the exception of Gulab, the company declined to reveal titles, synopsises, or even casting details. And all films are targeting a digital release in 2023. We have and of course another exclusive from Variety. We have XYZ Films has boarded horror film In Flames and will handle North American sales rate. And the Karachi South film, after the death of the family patriarch, a mother and daughter's precarious existence ripped apart by figures from their past, both real and non-tasmal. They must find strength in each other if they are to survive the malevolent forces that threaten to engulf them. The film is being directed by Zohar Khan, an award-winning Pakistani Canadian writer, director, and producer. Produced by a Pakistani Canadian Nam Abbas, and executive produced by Indian American Shant Joshi. And next on the list, we have Nicole Kidman, a queen of the big and small screens and the unofficial spokesperson of AMC theaters, will be honored with AFI's Life Achievement Award. The award will be presented to Kidman at a gala tribute on June 10th at the Dolby Theater in LA. And she is the 49th person and first Australian to receive this honor. So kudos to her. And we have, let's see, in 96, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade drew 27.7 million viewers on Thursday. We're counting both linear viewing on NBC and the streaming sister service platform Peacock. All right. We have Euphoria is getting a German adaptation, another exclusive as well. Germans, I don't want to botch this name. Zeitzberg Pictures have appointed the show for production and distribution company ADD Content, who represent the international rights to format and series. Euphoria is an Israeli original created by Ron Lesham and Daphna Levine. The show, we already know about the show. And of course, we also got a US adaptation, which they're not. Oh, the US was the original. I guess not. And apparently, the US version is set to return for a third season as well. As for the German version, the writer is Jonas Lind from Druck, and Paulina Lorenz from Druck as well will work on the project. We have Fox has unveiled Next Level Chef Season 2. Jordan Ramsay is returning. And will premiere after the Super Bowl on February 12th on Fox. And let's see. We have Netflix is on track to release 30 Spanish originals by the year's end. Netflix Spain and Portugal announced at a presentation of the US streaming giant's 5 sound stages. Expansion with the new facilities up and running from this January raises to 10 to the total number of sound stages out of the complex, which opened back in 19. All right. And lastly, from Variety, is that winners of the International Emmys of 2022. 23 countries were represented across 15 categories and 60 nominees at the 50th International Emmys, which was hosted by Penn and Teller's Jangelat. The gala took place Monday at the New York Hilton Midtown Tunnel Hotel. Sorry about that. During the show, South Korean actor Song Joon Ki presented the International Emmy Directorate Award to Mickey Lee, Vice Chairman of CG Group, and Ava DuVernay received the International Emmy Founders Award from Blair Underwood and Benjamin Bratt. So we'll, I guess, go into, let me see, the winners, I guess. We're not going to announce the nominees because it's going to take a while. So for arts programming, the winner is Fred Mercury of The Final Act. In the UK, we have non-scripted entertainment. Went to Love on the Spectrum Season 2. of Netflix Australia. Best performance by an actress went to, I don't want to botch this, Lo de Lodge and La Bal des Flores, the Man and Woman's Ball. In of France, comedy went to Sex Education of the UK. Non-English language U.S. primetime program went to Bascado Frida of from the United States. Sports documentary went to Queen of Speed from the UK. Kids Factorial and Entertainment went to My Better World of South Africa. Kids Live Action went to Kabam from the Netherlands. Let's see. We have Kids Animation went to Shaun the Sheep of the UK. Really? The Flight Before Christmas. We have, let's see, Telenova went to Yeon Mo, The King's Affection from South Korea. TV, movie, and miniseries went to Help from the UK. Short form series went to Yoraji from New Zealand. Best performance by an actor went to Douglas Scott in Irvine Welsh's Crime from the UK. Documentary went to Enfants de Dash Les Dames de la Guerre, Iraq's Lost Generation from France. We have Drama series went to Vagal of the UK, and that's all we have for the winners. We have Apple. We have that's what's coming up from Twitter. Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. Spirited is now streaming on Apple TV Plus from an official tweet from the official Twitter account. All right. So it looks like that's it for entertainment, folks. Now I'm gonna move on to sports. Alrighty, folks. So the first one's coming over from ESPN. Cristiano Ronaldo has left Man United by quote unquote a mutual agreement. So Manchester United has confirmed that Ronaldo has left effective immediately. Uh, After an interview with Piers Morgan in which he quote unquote criticized United manager Eric Ten Hag. Alright, so we'll see where he goes next. Even though he wasn't there long. We have Neymar that was injured and could miss matches when they face Switzerland and possibly Cameroon. Coming over from CBS Sports. He ended up twisting his ankle in the 2-0 Group G win over Serbia on Thursday. And we have some highlights for you coming from the Washington Post. Let's see. So Group A leaders Ecuador and the Netherlands put themselves in a fine position with a 1-1 tie that eliminated Qatar from advancing to the knockout round. We have Senegal beat Qatar 3-1 in another Group A game and remains in contention. In Group B, the United States was watched closely and ran throttled short Wales late in the second half. It came in with a 2-0 win. The Americans take on England in the day's marquee event at 2 p.m. And it looks like that's all we have. Let's see. And that's it. These are just tweets. Done with the World Cup. We have a couple golf uh championships, I guess you could say. So they're coming. These are all coming from CBS Sports, by the way. We have the final season of the PGA Tour is complete following the 2022 RSM Classic. Along with the conclusion of the fall swing comes a number of players who thrived and a list of players who, well, didn't. So we have, let's see, the winners. Apparently we have three. I don't know how. Let's see. So we have the first is Rory McIlroy. Second up is Tom Kim, and third is Max Homa. Moving on to the DP World Tour Championship. John Ram began the week of the rankings. He ended up by collecting all the points available at the DP World Tour Championship and taking his third title of the season and third DP World Tour Championship in the last 6 editions of the event. So kudos to him. Let's see. We have the 2022 RSM Classic. We have Adam Svensson has went, I guess, came back from the final round for the first PGA Tour for the first PGA Tour win with a flawless 6 under 64 to get the better of Sahich De Galler, Brian Herman, and even Colin Turum by 2 strokes. All right, kudos to the winners. Let's see. We have German Esports is set to host Valorant and FIFA 23 events at the BITS Pliny Hyderabad. It is currently taking place now. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything updated about this? Let's see. No, let me see. Um, so nextly we have Bleed Esports has defeated MITH to win the Sky Esports SEA Championship. They dropped just one of 8 maps that it played in the main stage of the Valorant tournament, and they walked away with a $15,000 US prize pool as well. Thank you, AFK Gaming, for these esports news articles as well. We have Boom Esports has announced a new roster for 2023. They recently parted ways for the new Dota 2 roster for the upcoming Dota Pro circuit. But they did part ways with Jackie and Skim after their respective contracts with the organization did expire. And the upcoming roster for the upcoming season will consist of Natsumi, Yopaj, FBZ, Xavier, I think, and Xnova. And lastly, we have the next development night market, final 2022, has been revealed. It'll arrive in 3 days as of this recording, so November 30th. It is expected to be available for 4 weeks instead of just 2. And it will not include skin releases, so don't, I guess, hold your breath. We'll have to wait and see. So we're done with sports, folks, and I'm going to move on to our last and final segment, music. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and the first one up is the 2022 Latin Grammy Awards, the complete winners list, coming from ET Online. So Bad Bunny led the pack of nominees into the big night with a whopping 10 nominations. Meanwhile, other names were up for multiple awards, including Edgar Barrera, Roar Alejandro, and Cristiana how do you pronounce her last name? Aguilera. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I reading that wrong? So, record of the year went to George Drexia and C. Tangana for Torcate. Album of the year went to Motomami for Rosalia. Song of the year. Wow, there's a lot of nominations. Went to Tocarte by Jorge Drexler, Pablo Drexler, Victor Martinez, and C. Tanja. Best New Artist went to Angela Alvarez and Silvana Estrada. So there was two winners. Okay. We have Pop went to Cristiana Aguilera. We went to okay. And Tacones Rojas for by Pablo Maria Luzano de Cuasale. Urban went to Bad Bunny's Titi Pregunto, and Lo Siento Be Bad Bunny, and Juliante Venenguez. Best Urban Music Album. Oh wait, my bad. Okay, so Urban is the category. Okay, I got it now. Okay, so let's see, Urban. We have Best Urban Fusion Performance and Best Reggae Performance went to the ones that I just said. Best Urban Music Album went to Bad Bunny. So Best Rap and Hip Hop Song, Best Urban Song went to all to Bad Bunny. And the respective songs are Un Verano Sin Ti, De Muesio, and Titi Mi Pregunto. We have Best Rock Album went to Unas Vacaciones Raras by El Mato a Uno Policio Motorizado. Best Rock Song went to Lo Mejor de Nuestras Vidas by Fito Páez. Best Pop and Rock Album went to Los Años Salveres by Fito Páez. Best Rap and Pop Song went to Baba by Fito Páez and Carlos Vives. Best Alternative Music Album went to Mantonami by Rosalia. Best Alternative Song went to El Día Que Restranaste El Mundo by George Draxler. We have Best Salsa Album went to Paul Voy by Mark Anthony. We have Best Kumbaya Vallenato Album went to Feliz Aniversario by Juan Carlos Centura and Ronald Urbina. Best Merengue and Bachata Album went to Entra. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Entra Mar y Palmares by Juan Luis Guerra. Best Traditional and Tropical Album went to Gonzalo Balco and Amy Novialo Live in Mark. Best Contemporary Tropical Album went to Colombiana Dos for Carlos by Carlos Vivias. Best Tropical Song went to Mala by Mark Anthony and Alvaro Lenier Mesa. Best Singer-Songwriter Album went to Tita y Tiempo by George Drexler. Wow, a lot of winners. Sheesh, we're not gonna go through this whole list. But if you guys are interested, those were the, I guess, a good amount of the winning list. You guys are interested in checking out the other portion of the list, the other winners. Speaking of winners, we have the complete winners list from the American Music Awards from People. It was held on Sunday in the Microsoft Theater in LA. We had, of course, Bad Bunny again topped the nominations once again with eight nods, including Artist of the Year. Let's see. So, Artist of the Year went to Taylor Swift. No Artist of the Year went to Dova Cameron. A Collab of the Year went to Elton John and Dua Lipa and Cold Heart. The PNAU remix. Favorite touring artist went to Coldplay. Favorite music video went to Taylor Swift's All Too Well, the short film. Favorite male pop artist went to Harry Styles. Favorite female pop artist, of course, went to Taylor Swift. Favorite pop duo or group went to BTS. Favorite pop album went to Taylor Swift's Taylor's Version. Favorite pop song went to Harry Styles, As It Was. Favorite male country artist went to Morgan Wallen. Favorite female country artist went to Taylor Swift. Favorite country duo went to Don and Shay. My favorite country album went to Carrie Underwood's Denim and Rhinestone. I'm sorry, no. Taylor Swift's Taylor's Version. Favorite country song went to Morgan Wallen, Wasted on You. Male hip hop artist went to Kendrick Lamar. Favorite female hip hop artist went to I think I went to Nicki Minaj. Yeah, Nicki Minaj. Favorite hip hop album went to Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Favorite hip hop song went to Future featuring Drake and Terms Wait for You. Favorite male R&B artist went to Chris Brown. Favorite female R&B went to Beyonce. Favorite R&B album, Beyonce's Renaissance. Favorite R&B song went to, where did it go? Oh, it doesn't say. That's weird. Let me see. Let's see. Lord, that's insane. This guy, I gotta look it up. Mm, no, okay, let's see. I guess we'll finish reading off from the AMAs directly. Where was I on favorite R&B song, right? Let me go through it. Favorite R&B song. Oh, here it is. Went to Wizkid featuring Thames Essence. Favorite male Latin artist went to Bad Bunny. The female Latin artist went to Anita. Latin duo went to Yaritza y su Esencia. Favorite Latin album, Bad Bunny. Un Verano Sentí. Favorite Latin song, Sebastian Yatra Dos Arunguetas. Favorite rock artist, Machine Gun Kelly. Wow, we have a lot of here. Well, I didn't think we had that many. I was going to read it all. Okay. So again, the same thing applies here, folks. We're gonna give it to those folks that are watching us live in chat. All right. Well, thank you, people, and the AMAs for the winning list. And we have Imagine Dragons did join forces with GID for a collab performance. Thank you, iHeart. We have Travis Scott, Skepta, and more will perform at the festival honoring Virgil Abloh at the Mirror Festival. And it's apparently going to bring people, music, art, design, tech, film, fashion, and sports together for one night in Miami. Wow, okay. I'm going to look into this. We have Rihanna is apparently filming a documentary about her Super Bowl performance, which is weird because she didn't even do it yet, but we'll see. Thank you, I heard for that. Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton are joining forces or I should say, collabing for a legendary quote unquote New Year's Eve party. To co-host her television or TV special. And speaking of Miley Cyrus, she has new music with the Bangles producer, which is coming soon. We have Meek Mill has a update on his new upcoming album after releasing his Flameless 5 mixtape, coming from I Heard as well. With the release date of January 1st of the Expensive Pain LP. And we have Taylor Swift is release has officially released an all-time version of her holiday track, Christmas Tree Farm. We have J Lo has announced "This Is Me Now" album, in honor of the such anniversary. Has announced a follow-up to that album, uh, from "This Is Me Then" to "This Is Me Now," and it's set to drop next year. Machine Gun Kelly has released a title track from his new film Toros. Uh, Alrighty. We have Kanye West is apparently running for president in 2024, which is a surprise. And apparently, from this article, he tried to run for president in the past election in 2020, which I didn't even hear about until this article came about. So we'll wait and see uh, if this is just I guess just him talking. But we'll have to wait and see. And we have the top five out of Billboard's Hot 100 chart. We have Taylor Swift Anti-Heroes at number one, Drake and 21 Savage's Rich Flex is at number two, Unholy by Sam Smith and Kim Petras is on the list again at number three. Steve Lacy's Bad Habit is once again on the list at number four, and as was Harry Styles is at number five. I guess we're gonna get into reading mode, folks. If you want to know how to send us freedom mail, here's how you can contact us. Alrighty, folks. So, we want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and any questions you may have for us. You have three ways to do so: via email to Theimpactplay.com, via Discord, or even via by leaving a voice note over at Theimpactplay. Who knows, may even be featured on a future episode, even a special readable segment of the show. So, this is your opportunity to help direct the show, to help by giving us your feedback, even any questions, or just anything you want us to discuss here on the show. And I guess, well, we have some breaking news for you folks before we get into the outro. Let's see, where are you? We have how do you pronounce her name? Zelias has sold, or she's selling? Let me see. She has sold her massive recording and publishing catalog to the Mean Capital for an 8-figure sum. A source close to the deal told Billboard. And it includes 100% of. Let me get it. Let me find this article. The deal includes her master and publishing share of her biggest hits, Fancy Problem and Black Widow. That's a surprise. Alright. So it looks like that's all for breaking. So I guess thank you guys so much for making us supportive every day. We should join a community server over on Discord. Be sure to enter exclamation Discord and chat now for all of you, for you folks over on Twitch or everyone else. Let's go to our about page, and the invite is there for you there as well. But thank you guys so much. But guys, we're trying to unlock subs over on Twitch, and we need your help. Share the channel with your friends, your family, anyone who believes will benefit from the show. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one, and until next time, folks, for all of you tier 2 supporters and above, I'll see you on the post show. For everyone else, until next time.